because of their sexuality. Nobody accepted them. When we were walking to the parking lot, I told my husband, "It didn't stick." I got sad and I'm like, damn, like, we're not gonna have a baby. My name is Nelly and I just recently did a journey for GSHC. I'm a mom of 4 kids and I'm a professional baker. One of the first things that motivated me to do surrogacy, first of all, was to help a family, because I know a lot of people, especially for my family members, they cannot have babies. That was one thing I wanted to do 18 years ago. Before, back then, there was no internet, there was no social media, there was nothing of all that. So I didn't know how to find the information. So I was like, oh, I don't know how to do it. So I just, whatever. It was just like a dream or something I wanted to do, like in the back, like in my list, in the end of my list. When TikTok appears, the first video that appeared in my TikTok page was Dulce's having, I think it was her husband, putting her injections. And then I remember telling my daughter, I'm like, oh, look, this girl's putting an injection. Well, her husband doing injections on her. I'm like, I wonder why or for what. So I started following her and I'm like, oh, look. I told my daughter, I'm like, look, Melanie, now there's a chance, the opportunity. Like, Mom, really? Like, yeah, why not? Like, we should try it. And then I started looking at her page, looking at all the videos and everything. To be honest, it just took me like a week, and I'm like, I'm just gonna apply. Let's see if I qualify. If I qualify, good. If not, well, oh well, I already tried. I like the way that she explained everything in the videos. She make it feel more comfortable, like you could trust them. Like it didn't make it feel like talking to an agency or like going to an office and talking to someone like serious and everything. Like it make you feel like more familiar and home. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try with them. And I would put the volume of the videos loud so he could hear. And he like, can you put the volume down? I'm like, what? Like, oh, your videos, I could hear your videos. I'm like, well, that's the point for you to listen to what I'm gonna listen to. He said, why? You know, you see, look, they're surgeons, they're having babies in another family. Like, what? But he didn't understand at the beginning. He was like, what? So their husband let them have for relationship with another guy so they could have a baby? I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So I put Dulce's videos and like, here, listen to her. I'm like, oh, no, I listen to her all day. You put every day all her videos. I'm like, okay, well then listen how it works, because I didn't know exactly how to explain how it works. So then he started watching one of the videos, and then I think he looked online. I don't know, like, okay, well, I guess if you really want to do it and you decided to do it, well, go for it. He said, but I'm gonna be there when they do that transfer. The embryo transfer, because I want to make sure it's an embryo transfer. Like, yeah. I told my kids about surrogacy was, I'm going to have a family to have a baby. So I'm going to get pregnant. You guys going to see me with the belly and everything, but the baby is not ours. So the 11-year-old was the one who like, oh, so we're not having a baby brother. Like, no, it's not going to be yours. It's no baby. It's not your brother. It's not nothing. The boy was like, what? How that can happen? And so I started explaining it to him. The 11-year-old, he was like getting like too attached to the stomach, because she would start talking to the baby and everything. And I continued, I would have to remind her, remember, it's not ours. He has a house. He has to go. And they were both of them were coming like, hey, baby, how are you? Are you good? What are you doing inside? My 15-year-old, she was a little bit jealous. She like, just remember, you're just gonna stay with her for 9 months, and then you're gonna give it back my mama. It's my mama. When they introduced me to the intended parents, it's a gay couple. I spoke with them. They asked me questions. I asked them questions. And they told me they were looking for a surrogacy because of their sexuality. Nobody accepted them. So to be honest, I'm like, well, it's your life. It's your decision. I'm just helping you to have a baby because I know you guys want to be a father. That's one of your dreams. So I'm cool with it. So we matched the same day. The first embryo transfer didn't match. As soon as I got out from the clinic and we were walking to the parking lot, I told my husband, it didn't stick. And he like, how you know? It didn't stick. You know, how you know if you're like, it really happened like a couple minutes ago. Like, it didn't stick. He like, forget it. So we went home. I did bed rest, put my legs up and everything. And I even told my daughter, it didn't stick. Like, how you know, Ma? You need to wait 2 weeks. I'm like, no, it didn't stick. I had the feeling it didn't stick. So yeah, after 2 weeks, they told me the answer, and they're like, no, it was a negative. My coordinator got that email too, and she's like, oh, don't worry, Nelly, it's okay, that could happen. But to be honest, I did get sad. I got sad, and I'm like, damn, like, we're not gonna have a baby. I'm like, oh, and I start crying a little bit, and my daughter's like, Mommy, it's okay. It's not your fault. I'm like, yeah, I know it's not my fault. She already told me to, my coordinator. I started communicating with the clinic. They told me that I stopped medication, and I went back to birth control pills. And then when they told me, oh, they're gonna try it again, I'm like, okay. So we tried again like in a month. And then when we did that second one, we walk out, and I started like feeling like a little bit weird. So I went home, I lay down, I put the same thing, I put my legs and everything, like, yeah, it is thick. And they're like, why? And then I told my husband, can you bring me chocolate? He said, what? I said, yeah, because when I get pregnant from my own children, I like to eat a lot of chocolate. 2 weeks later, I was at work when I saw that email, that congratulations, you're pregnant. And so I told my coworker, you see? And then I called my daughter, and I told Melanie, it is thick. I'm pregnant. It's so important to have your family support. It doesn't matter like if you have a husband or a single mother, at least a family member. In my case, it was very important, and it helped me a lot because they treat me like not exactly like another baby, but there were like a lot of things that they were like, Mom, you cannot do that. Mom, you cannot do that. Even though I was just stand up for something, like, where are you going? Hi, to the restroom. And like, oh, get up again. Where are you going? I want to work. I bring it to you. I'm like, damn. And like, you guys help me a lot right here. And then I work. Like, well, they have to do the same thing. And it worked. It was the same thing. One of my coworkers. So I got a very special treatment, especially for my kid. And my husband the same. But when I first heard that the parents were not gonna be there for the delivery, I was like, why? Like, this is serious. Like, this is going on. Like, you wanted a baby. You've been doing all this for a baby. And plus, you know how much it costs to have a pregnant and all that. Like, and now you're gonna tell me you're not gonna be here for the delivery? I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, well, I guess they have their reasons. And then I'm like, oh, maybe something happened or they couldn't get their permit at work. So they, like, but even my first instinct was like, well, if they don't give me my days at work, I'm like, you know what? I'm not coming. I'm leaving. I'm having a baby. To be honest, I never thought about it like the immigration status. Until later on, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, oh, maybe they cannot come, or something's going on. They don't have the permission yet, or something. The first time I saw my intended parents with their baby, it was very emotional. It made me feel so happy because I'm like, wow, I did that. I helped them to have a baby. The intended parent was so thankful with me. He kept repeating, oh, thank you very much for helping me. He kept repeating, like, oh, thank you. Thank you very much for helping me have a baby. And I was like, to be honest, sometimes I didn't know what to say. I would just stay quiet. I'm like, oh, okay. Because it was a real sentimental moment for me. How did the surrogacy money help me? It helped me to pay my bills, and it helped me to restore my credit. I bought myself a car, a better life for my kids. We are organizing my daughter's quinceañera. So I did tell my daughters, I was like, you should be thankful to the baby because he's the one helping you do your quinceañera. And he's like, I know. It's like, thanks, baby.
TSHC.